I'm at a payphone trying to call home all of my friends that saved me from you. All of the time, God, baby, it's all wrong. Now my phone is ringing too. Hello? What? Who the fuck are you? No, I do not want you a fucking copy of a Serbian film. I will not give you a copy of fucking Pink Flamingos up your ass, or you will get your fucking ass whooped. What? Don't call me a cunt. You're a fucking cunt, mate. I don't know what you call him out. Oh, fuck you, mate. How about you shag bloody Billy Bobby Thornton's bloody arsehole, right? I see you later. Ah, come on! I'll fucking stick you up in the chopper, come on! Hi, fuck you. And I'm out of payphone. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going through the rest of the stuff that I got from CEX, but we do also have some HMV stuff to go through as well. But if you are wondering what the hell happened in that intro, some dickhead rang me up, right, asked me for a copy of a Serbian film and a copy of Pink Flamingos, and I told him to fucking shove it right up his arse. I don't own those films. I would never own them films in my collection. Never! Just to get that fucking straight right there. And yeah, so as further ado, this is the Sex Shop Strikes Back Part 2. So the first stuff we're going to go through is the HMV stuff, which I've got. The first one we've got right here is a double pack of two movies that I have not seen before. I got this like in the sale. I think it was the Flash 50 deal that HMV were having. And I got this like also with a 20% discount, which was a really good deal at that time. So I bit the bullet, I bit my tongue. I say, come on then, right, let's see if we can check these out. Basically about like these two, about witches or something like that. Like raising the demons or stuff like that, something like that. But the first one I think was released by Sony, but the first one, I think that was like Blumhouse, I believe it is. So the double pack is The Craft, right there, and The Crap Legacy, which I believe it is, The Crap Legacy. I have not seen these in my life. I think probably just be a one-time deal. Unless I like the first one, I might as well keep it. I've got to give credit, I got this for like £4. I was like, okay, that's cheap, like £2 a movie. I haven't really lost any money. So, it's going to be an interesting ride, but I found out that Neve Campbell's in this and Fairuza Balk, I believe it is as well. So that's going to be an interesting trip. So you get some artwork on the discs. That is pretty good for The Craft, but you look at this one, The Craft Legacy, does not look good. So, nah. If I don't like it, I'll throw it into a giveaway, and I think because the rest of my network stuff is come now, so there will be a video on that. So hope you guys enjoy that video when it comes out. I will also throw in a silent movie called The Lodger, which is a Alfred Hitchcock movie. If I don't like that, I'll go with this. So you're winning a copy of this and a copy of The Lodger as well. That will be going in a giveaway for probably around like 350 subs. When I get up to that target, depending how far I do get, these will be in the giveaway. So I better keep my hand on these. So yeah, so that's The Craft. And the next one, we've got some really badass movies right here. The first 3 movies of a franchise that has been doing very well. All films are being amazing. And I tell you what, this is what cinema has been missing for all these years. Because of Marvel and stuff like that is out now. And I think, like, who doesn't miss a bloody action movie? Like, coming out every single week. You know, stuff like that. Enjoyable movies that some of them are bad. You can still enjoy every single minute of it, even if it is bad. But these are absolute great action movies. Stars Keanu Reeves in one of his greatest roles since playing Neo, and also Ted from Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, which I got as well. And what you got to say from this? The man, the myth, the legend, the assassin, the one who's an international criminal. Well, say international criminal, international wanted because he done something that he shouldn't have done. Yeah, it's John Wick, baby. And so the first one we got right here is the John Wick 1 and 2 collection Blu-ray. This normally goes for 15 quid on eBay or something around that price. I was like, nah, I don't want to pay that, you know. And I saw it in HMV the other week, and this was only £8. I was like, no, what? This is not bad price. So I picked it up, get it straight away, but I did not leave with just this. I left with John Wick Chapter 3. Look at those colours on that Blu-ray right there, man. They've done very well on the art style. I do like this film. I think it's brilliant, but the only problem with me with this is the nightclub scene near the end. I believe when they're on top of the Continental. You know, when they have that bloody 4 times to 70 lights all the time, and that scene is absolutely drags. But it's still one hell of a good film. You're still on your seats. I tell you what, can't wait to give this a watch again. So you do also get a different kind of artwork on the disc, which is really nice, right there. Trying to get that shine off the bloody disc. So that's right there, John Wick, Chapter 3. I am so looking forward to getting the 4th one when that comes out by probably June of August, something around that time, because I definitely need that in my collection. But I will be waiting for that price to go down. I'm not paying 15 quid when it comes out because it's too much. If it's a tenner, that's fine. But the thing with the problem with Blu-rays these days, the prices are going up to like at least 17 quid or something like that. Well, that's for boutique titles, but that's a whole different story. But let's move on. So that's all the HMV pickups. Now we are going to be going through all of the CEX stuff. We're going to be here for a long time. Let's get through it now. So the first one we've got right here is a movie that I have reviewed on the channel before, and it stars Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, all about these two lovers end up running away with a bag of money that onto a very popular gangster, but ends up getting all sorts of bother. CIA or the police gets involved, which causes a very huge problem for them. And what is that film? True Romance. Absolutely great film right here. This is the director's cut, which I believe it is. You can get this on Arrow, but I am not in a rush to get the Arrow edition, because like, how much did that set go for? Ridiculous money. Ridiculous. And this was only a 5-hour in CEX, which is not bad at all. And I'll look forward to checking this one out again. But is the transfer any good? Yes, it is. It's alright. But it's a copy that I can just get anywhere. And that's the main thing. But this copy, I think it is out of print, but you still can get the director's cut anyway in HMV somewhere. But I think that's on just like a normal, like cheap Arrow Blu-ray or something like that. So that's True Romance. And the next one we got right here is one hell of an action film, man. Stars Nicolas Cage, John Malkovich, and John Cusack. It's all about this Marine who ends up getting locked up for committed manslaughter when he was out with his girlfriend one time, because like a group of like goons like decided, you know what, do this, like you don't deserve that way, that, you know, kind of stuff and that. So he ends up getting locked up, and 6 years later getting out on parole. So, but the only thing is, he has to travel on a plane which contains one of the most notorious criminals of all, one being John Malkovich. So he travels on this plane, but something stupid happens, which causes all the criminals to take over the plane, and it's up to Nicolas Cage to save the day. And what is that film? Connie, directed by Simon West, and also produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. Absolutely smashing film right here. I saw this, I would believe it was, I was 15 actually when I saw this, and I'll tell you what, one hell of a bloody good watch. You never get action films like these days, like half of them, if you want to watch an action film, you have to go, you know, you have to get them on direct to videos, like, because but half of them, you know, you got Bruce Willis, bless his soul, you know, Mel Gibson, you know, Steven Seagal, all that kind of stuff, Jean-Claude Van Damme, like they all went that route. Even Stallone has went semi to that route as well. But Nicolas Cage, he did go that route, but I tell you what, the stuff he's releasing now, he's just doing a mixture of stuff, and he's like slowly coming back to Hollywood, and it's just great like what he's doing. So that's Con Air. The next one we got right here is a 10th anniversary edition of a very popular movie that came out in 1999. It's directed by David Fincher. It's basically all about this like one guy who's like, I think he's like just quit his job or something like that. I think he's a salesman, but somehow like gets involved in this like other guy. I think he used to be like a projectionist or something. But they get together and they start performing in this club like to help people like with self defense and stuff like that. And but the thing is, it's not an ordinary club. It has 3 rules, but I forgot what the last rule is. The first rule of Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club: don't tell anybody about Fight Club. Yeah, it's Fight Club. This is the 10th anniversary edition. I absolutely love this artwork right here. It's beautiful. It does have a bit of the CX sticker on it, but it does have residue on it, but you can't really tell, to be honest. But I look forward to seeing this again. Definitely get a better understanding of the movie, because it's been years since I've seen this. I was 14, so I vaguely remember it, but it's one hell of a good film. I wanted to see it again, so for £4, not bad at all. So Fight Club. And the next one we got right here is a 5 Denzel Washington collection. I have seen 3 of the film what are in this set, but I have not seen 2. The ones I haven't seen is the Nissel Things and Training Day, so those are the ones I still need to see. But I got this because it was only like £10 when I saw it, and I was like, I might as well, because this set normally goes for like 20 quid, which is like unbelieve me, but you can't get the film separately. But when I saw it, like, yeah, let's bite the bullet and get it, because you're not going to see it again unless you go to HMV or any other CEXs. So I've got this for a tenner, the Denzel Washington collection. The only problem is that why did they put the Little Things in the set? It doesn't really make sense. I know it got its physical release not long ago, but to be honest, it's not really worth it if you just like put that in. The reason why I got this is that it had Fallen in, and like, when you're going to see a copy of Fallen in the UK? Well, it is in the UK, but it's out of print. So I'm glad that it does have it in the set. So you get Little Things, American Gangster, Training Day, Fallen, and the Pelican Brief. I'm not a big fan of the Pelican Brief, but yeah, it's a decent film. I'll have to watch it again, see if I enjoy it more. But that's the Denzel Washington 5 movie collection. And the next one we got right here, we have got, another Quentin Tarantino movie to add to that spice. I do need to get Jackie Brown, so I need to try hunt that down, plus the rest of these films, which are dead cheap to get now. But this one was about £4. It's one of these most popular movies, and I do like this one, but I prefer Reservoir Dogs over this. But it does star John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson as, the assassins, that kind of stuff. Like, another gangster movie. And it talks about a French burger. I think it's a royal cheese or something, I can't remember what. Who remembers Pulp Fiction? Look at bloody Uma Thurman right there. Whoa. That's like the comic book kind of style. This is absolutely awesome film, this. Absolutely awesome. I haven't seen it, did I watch this last year? No, I think it was 2 years ago. I think I watched it again during COVID. That was like a couple of years ago, so I'll have to check this one out again. It has so much very good cinematography in this. Plus the scene like with Bruce Willis when he goes into that pawn shop, man. Fuck me, that's a fucking hell of a scene. But the whole scene, like when, I'm going to say, but the scene with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta when they go to that apartment building, fucking hell, I tell you what, that is one hell of good acting right there. Plus Winston Wolfe, that's really good as well. Winston Wolfe, Harvey Keitel, so that's really good. But you remember Winston Wolfe when he used to do, what was it? What the fuck was those adverts again? I can't remember now. But yeah, so Pulp Fiction. The next one we've got right here is a film that is told from the Germans' perspective when they went to Russia or something, and it's all about these 2 corporals or whatever who go to Russia to do something. I didn't know, but I haven't seen this. But I'll probably get a better idea when I do watch it. But it's a film called Cross of Iron, and I saw this and I was like, yeah, I've been wanting to see this for a very long time, and I think it'd be very interesting. I don't know if this is based on a true story about the Iron Cross. I believe it is, but I have a better idea when I watch it, so cross of iron. The next one we've got right here is a film I absolutely adore. One of my favourite DC movies going back to the 90s, but this one definitely pulls it out the park. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. The man, the myth, the legend, Michael Keaton, directed by Tim Burton, also starring Batman Returns. Yeah, it's the original Batman on Blu-ray. Look at that, man. To be honest, Michael Keaton is the Batman of the 90s. I'm just going to say it now. Sorry to Val Kilmer, bless his soul as well, and also George Clooney. I didn't really enjoy Batman, so Michael Keaton is always going to be there in my heart. I do like Christian Bale. I do like, Robert Pattinson. But I started now to get a soft spot for Ben Affleck as well. So, to be honest, there's not haven't been a really bad Batman, but Michael Keaton is like probably pure solid. But to be honest, I've got to give credit to Jack Nicholson's performance as the Joker in this movie. I think he just done it so well. Even tried to make him look like the Joker, like he's smiling all the time like that. That was bloody incredible with the makeup that they've done on that. And I think the gothic style for this movie that was directed by Tim Burton, he done a very, very good job, man. He's done a very good job. So, Batman, absolute great film. So, that's that one. And the next one we got right here is a film trilogy that I wanted for a very long time. I have in the collection, and it goes by something like this. No, come on, get to the chopper! Come on! Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend in the film Predator, but this is the Predator series. I remember watching the first one when I was a kid, because I loved Arnie. And seeing him in this film is absolutely spot on acting from him, which is like totally different. But I like the whole setting, like why it was set in the jungle. Plus seeing Carl Weathers just showing out of nowhere. Oh god, it's one hell of a good series. I've got to give credit to the new film that came out last year, which was called Prey, which is set during mostly the cowboy times, which I'm just gonna say now, unless I said it wrong. But I got to give credit on that. That was a really good sequel, and it's like a true spiritual prequel. I believe it is. So it meant to be a prequel. Right, the Predator actually came to Earth, which is pretty decent. I tell you what, an actual lass who was part of this Native American community. She is one fucking badass when it comes to a bow and arrow. She can do anything by hand, and she just done it out the pot, and she was incredible. But the Predator series is probably one of the decent movies ever. I prefer Predator over Alien, to be honest. I think they're more enjoyable. I get a lot of fun out of it. But I've got a confession to make now. I have not seen Predator 2. And I'm just putting that out in the pot now. I haven't seen Predator 2, so that's my job to watch this weekend. So I'm going to watch Predator 2. That's the Predator trilogy. Right, the next one we've got right here is a film that stars Jean Reno, directed by Luc Besson. Basically all about this assassin, he gets he gets his hits, what he has to do all the time. But, he just lives a normal life. So one day, Gary Oldman, who plays this, rogue cop, he's corrupted. And I think he's he had to collect some kind of products or collecting money from this low income family. So I think they're being making some kind of drugs or something like that, which I believe it was. It's been a long time since I've seen this. But they end up getting murdered and the rest of the family, but only one little lass has survived. So she hires the hitman next door to go out and take them out. And that film, which we've got right here, is Leon. One hell of a good crime action movie right here. I believe this is probably pretty underrated in my opinion. I remember seeing this when I was 17, I believe it was, and I absolutely loved every single minute of this. This is a special edition of the movie. I think you get the director's cut with it, but it's been a very long time since I've seen this, so I look forward to checking it out again and see if it still lives up to my expectations, because I enjoyed it the first time round. Look forward to checking it out again. Leon. And the next one we've got right here is a film that I watched last year. I had the DVD, it was a rental copy. It's basically about how this guy who's like gets hired as a bodyguard for this little lass, but one day this lass gets kidnapped while the bodyguard was literally getting like ice cream or something for the little lass, because like they start to get to know each other and start enjoying the company, But one day the little lass gets kidnapped by this like gang, so it's up to him to try and hunt down if this lass is still alive or is she dead, and it helps the family out, which leads to like the police are now getting involved, try and figure out a situation where they can actually get this little lass back. So the film is called Man on Fire. Who remembers this one with Denzel Washington? I had to get this. It's an absolute brilliant action thriller right here. Denzel Washington, brilliant performance from him. He can pull off good drama. He pulls off great action. He's done all sorts. He's even done comedy, man. And one hell of a really brilliant performance from Dakota Fanning, a very young Dakota Fanning. They are going to be reuniting in I think it was The Equalizer 3, which I still haven't seen the Equalizer films. So I look forward to checking them out when I get round to it, because I haven't seen them. I got the DVD, so I will check it out when I get round to it. So, Man on Fire. And the next one we've got right here is a comedy film I always wanted to see. If you're not known, I am a big fan of rock music, 80s rock music, and I've got this for this, and it looks a very fun movie. It's like a mockumentary, like about like day in the life of a band, with like a proper 80s rock band, and it's directed by Rob Reiner, who also directed Misery as well. And so, did he direct Dolores Claiborne? No, I don't think he did not. But this stars a really good cast. Chris Guest, man, Michael McKean. So the film I'm going to be talking now, because this is normally about 15 quid, but it was £12, and one hell of a good price to get it at. And this is the up to 11 edition. This is Spinal Tap. Can't believe I have this in my collection. I look forward to watching this. This is a very rare title to get, man. Very rare title. It's only like an hour and 23 minutes, which is like decent for like a mockumentary, that kind of thing. So this is gonna be very interesting, and probably be pretty funny as well. So I look forward to seeing like what kind of stuff they get up to. And I heard there might be a sequel coming, which is like why? But if it's like a mockumentary kind of thing, it does make sense. So this is Spinal Tap, and I can't wait to see these guys rock and see what kind of antics they get up to. So and the next one, about a guy who likes to go around slapping people at the Oscars. The dude, the myth, the legend, Will Smith. Yeah, we have got 3 Will Smith movies. The first one we've got right here is probably one of my favourite ones from the 90s that he done. That's Bad Boys, because I haven't seen Enemy of the State yet. It's basically this one. It's basically about like aliens coming to Earth, taking over, like basically like invasion kind of movie. Oh no, it stars Jeff Goldblum as well, and Bill Pullman. Everyone's got to remember Independence Day, and this does I think include the director's cut for some reason, because this is meant to be the theoretical. I heard the director's cut is meant to be 2 hours and 20 odd minutes long. So somehow this is 2 hours and 22. So this is pretty good. This is a brilliant film. I haven't seen this in years. Regurgence can suck a dick, so that can like stick itself right where it come from. So this one, it was only £1, which is a really decent price. Like same price as like 300 or whatever, like that. Brilliant price for him. This dude here, I was getting up the fucking mischief after sucking Chris Rock at the Oscars. Bloody hell, man, that was a situation. That was a brilliant memory from last year. One hell of a good film right there. So basically the next one I got right here, it stars Will Smith again. And this is like a 3D edition, which I got like, I think it was £2 I believe it was, or £1.50. And basically about this detective who like investigate I think it was a series of murders that happened that might be committed by an actual robot. And yeah, that's all I can say, because that's all I remember. It's been years since I've seen this. So it is iRobot 3D edition. This does come with the normal cut on it as well, so you can watch it in 2D, just in case you don't have the 3D. Comes with a really good transfer, and it's really good. So But for the man who slaps, he does slap people in this movie, and he does a really good job. So this one I haven't seen in a very long time, so I really look forward to checking that out again. And the last one, which is probably one of my favourite of his from the 2000s, as one of his probably best movies of the 2000s, which I'm going to say. Now, it's like a different version of a virus, like the Infected, but these Infected doesn't come out tonight, but this literally Will Smith, who plays I think he plays Dr. Neville, which I believe his character name was. So he literally goes out during the day, like gathering supplies and that, and trying to figure out a cure for the actual virus. But as I said, they do come out at night, which means he has to lock himself up. So it's basically like a different apocalyptic kind of movie, and that's I Am Legend, or some people like to call it I Am Legend. So this one is I haven't seen for a very long time either. So this comes with the ultimate cut ending, which is probably the better ending, not the one that when he literally. Oh, well, I can't really say that, and I'll just spoil the entire movie. So this one, I look forward to seeing again. But the thing is, I found out they are going to be making a sequel to this movie, and that's just like saying to myself, why? Why do we need a sequel to I Am Legend? I Am Legend or I Am Legend? It's just like, it's a perfect movie as it is. This movie had so many adaptations, right? Because I think this is believed to be the third remake of a film called The Last Man on Earth, and The Man with the Two Brains, or whatever the hell it is. That's something else, man. That's a different film. Is dedicated to this. So there's two remakes from this with the same character, with this different kind of storyline. So that's I Am Legend. And tell you what, one hell of a good film. And I was checking this, if it didn't have the 3D, didn't have the 300 disc in it. So that's one thing. And the next one we've got right here is a film that I have seen when I was a kid. Absolutely loved it. It is an action film. It's basically about Alexander Cage. He's like this underground thrill seeker who's trying to get the message out about the government trying to ban things like what people love and then what censor everything. But he's proper thrill seeker, and he's this international spy or something, I believe. So he gets hired by Augustus something, who is played by Samuel Jackson, and so he gets involved and goes undercover. I think due to this, I think it was this Russian crime syndicate or something. So he becomes part of it, but to take out whoever's causing this terrorist attack or whatever. So the film which I'm talking about now is Triple X. Absolute great film. It did get two sequels, and you had State of the Union, which had Ice Cube in it. It's not a very good film. But you did have The Return of Alexander Cage, and that is shit. Actually, it is, yeah, it's shit. I'll never revisit that film again. This is the only one in the series that's worth it. I believe that it should have just been a standalone movie. It's not something that it needed sequels, because you know what? Because we're getting another Riddick movie, they're going to end up making another movie about this. So that's going to be interesting. So that's Triple X. And the next one is one I also haven't seen and I wanted to see in a very long time. Pete's keeps recommending me. Pizza keeps recommending me to watch this every single time. It's got Chris Lambert, it's got Sean Connery. So basically, it's about these two Scotsmen from I'm going to see in during the William Wallace years, which I'm going to see the 1600s, that kind of stuff. They believe that every single time when they get reincarnated, they have to fight each other. Every single time they become the champion. So they end up fighting each other with swords, but when they come to the modern world in the 80s, everything's different. So that's how they will got access to different things. It's time travel in a way. But I've got to say about this now. Highlander. Got this edition right here. There Can't Be Only One Immortal Edition. So this is like a special edition that was released by Studio Canal or Ottoman Home Entertainment, which I did it. We just had to read about there. This looks really interesting. This was only, I think this was, believe it is £5 to £6 range where you can get this one. And I do have the DVD, right? But that I'll be getting rid of that once I get around to watching it. To be honest, this looks shit ton of fun. It looks really decent. And I heard this has got a brilliant soundtrack by I think it's Queen, I believe it is. So that's going to be very interesting to hear, because I do love Queen. So I look forward to checking that one out. So that is Highlander. And the next one we've got right here is a Bond film that is very critical. You know, it's very like, you know, out there by itself, but I do enjoy this. I think it's a perfect ending to Daniel Craig's run as Bond, and that is No Time to Die. Yeah, I really enjoy this. It's not a bad film. It's an enjoyable film. Much better than Spectre. Much better than Quantum of Solace or Quantum of Krampus or whatever people call it. But I think Casino Royale, Skyfall, and you know, No Time to Die are a perfect trilogy for this Bond. I really enjoy this, and the film is a bit too long, which I'm just going to say, but it's one hell of a good thrill ride. But to be honest, I don't think Rami Malek didn't really play a good villain, so that was the only downfall for it, because I really wanted to see Christoph Waltz do a better job playing Blofeld in this movie, but you know what, that's up to him. You know what happens to him if you have seen the movie. God bless his soul. But like, you know, you didn't know where the Bond films do take it. I think these are starting to become a bit of a habit. I want them to go back to the 60s or the 80s. The 80s was great when it was set then. It was so much fun. Like with Roger Moore and that. It just got that, but you do get some decent films. Do I like a Bond film in the modern day? Yes, I do, but I prefer when they are back in the 70s or the 80s or something like that. Because I think Bond fit better then, because it didn't have all the technology and stuff. But that's really good. This one was released by Universal plus MGM, who still owns the rights and that, but they just got but Universal got the distribution rights. Probably because there was like a bit of like situation with them with which I'm going to say now. Was it Sony was releasing them? I believe it was for like, I think they're releasing them like for the UK market or something like that. I don't know. But move on. The next one which I got right here is a trilogy box set, which I've got for Lisa Fiver, which is really good. 3 movies with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. You know, it's just like 2 LA cops trying to take out any drug syndicate or whatever that comes their way, and that, or terrorists, that kind of stuff. And who is that? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What they're gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, it's Bad Boys collection. You do get all 3 movies, which is pretty decent, even though there's a 4th one in the works. So you're getting an I Am Legend 2, and we're getting a Bad Boys 4. To be honest, we don't need any more Bad Boys movie. I think it's alright as a trilogy. Bad Boys for Life, it's okay, but Bad Boys 2 and Bad Boys 1 are great. Directed by Michael Bay. Even though Michael Bay spent the rest of his career directing the goddamn Transformers sequels, but you know, that's him. The artworks, to be honest, they are pretty plain as fuck. Like, it's just colour and with the Bad Boys logo on. Both of these here are absolutely atrocious. Like, oh, you know, yeah, he gets in cool green and stuff like that, man. Come on, man. Like, that is more worth it, but to be honest, for a £5, I'm not going to complain anymore. So that's Bad Boys. And the next 2, which I got right here, are one hell of fun movies for spy films, man. One hell of a good film. These 2 films are basically like more like comedy films, like for like spies and that. Directed by Matthew Vaughn, who also directed X-Men First Class and Kick-Ass. Don't forget Leia Cake, Ryan. Don't forget Leia Cake. That's a brilliant gangster kind of related movie. Well, stuff related with drugs and that. It's a bit like, you know, Snatch or Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. You know, it's a British movie. But these are like, you know, spy movies that I really enjoyed that came out. Because the first one starred Samuel L. Jackson, while the villain in the second one was absolutely atrocious, but it's still a fun movie. Because you kind of forget, like, you know, I think it was Merlin's character was like when he did that bloody rendition of some kind of song that I literally can't remember. Literally, it's like basically what these are. These films, it's all about this character called Eggsy. You know, he's a proper fucking chap, man. He is. He's literally a chav. Who gets recruited to join this facility called Kingsman, who literally are like a more like posher version of like what spies are, and they're literally unknown, because like Kingsman is normally just like a suit shop, but they are underground spy industry. So they end up working together with Colin Firth, which is like Colin Firth, right, plays I think he plays Galahad. I think it was, yeah, Galahad. I tell you what, one hell of a brilliant films right here. And I've got to give credit to Kingsman, The Secret Service, absolutely great, and also Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I haven't seen The King's Man yet, but that's going to be interesting. These movies are absolutely fun. You get one hell of a good laugh from Eggsy, from Taron Egerton, and hopefully we do get another one of these, because I absolutely love Kingsman. But I heard that there's going to be another film that's going to be starring Henry Cavill as a spy, so that's going to be interesting as well. He was in the Man of Uncle, Henry Cavill, like, so plus with Army Cannibal Hammer, so that was a very interesting experience. What? And then he fell off the bed. Right, so the next one we've got right here. It stars Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell and Kiefer Sutherland in a movie where a group of boys literally go on a journey to find a dead body. It's a plus you see like different situations, like on the conditions, like what these lads go through and what kind of lives they're being in, while also getting chased down by some of the school bullies. And what is that film? Don't worry, stand by me. Whoa. What, another Stephen King movie in the bag. This one I have seen when I was a kid as well. Absolutely enjoyed every single minute of this film. It's just a beautiful film. Like, it's a film that you can watch on a Sunday and just you can watch it like all the time. It's a very sad movie, but seeing these characters develop without the whole film, it just gives you that point of like, you do not want to end up like one of these lads, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Because one could end up fighting, could end up getting stuck in a swamp somewhere or something like that. See, these characters are just so interesting to get to know about, and that's what I enjoyed about this. How much was this again? I think I just saw this out the blue. I wasn't even going to get this one, because like, wait a minute, because I didn't see it on the CX website, you know, how say they got it in stock, and I just saw it and I was like, yeah, that's coming on with me. I absolutely love this film. Once again, after 5 years, the last time I watched it, it's going to be one hell of a trip again. So, don't worry, stand by me. Whoa. Now we've got another VHS range Blu-ray right here, which is absolutely destroyed by residue from stickers. It is a horror movie. It stars Michael J. Fox in probably like one of his like last movies he did in live action, which I'm just going to say. And it is a horror movie that's directed by Peter Jackson. I think I've seen Brain Dead by Peter Jackson. I don't think I've seen Bad Taste or Heavenly Creatures or Meet the Feebles, but this one is proper horror in its core. It's mostly a comedy horror, but it's one that is very rare. It's out of print, but I saw this in CX for £15, and like I'm saying, at the one in Shields, with the one I normally go to, is that had a, I think it was a normal physical release. It wasn't like a box set or whatever, but this is The Frighteners on the VHS range from the Hi-Fi range that came out in the 80s. Absolutely stunning. Very rare, you know, rare these now, because this is totally out of print. And I saw this for 15 quid and I had to put and grab my chances. But the only problem is that it's got the residue, which you probably can see from down there, and that just faults it a lot, but you can't really do much about it when it comes to CX, you know. You do get your videotape with the Frighteners on right there. It's just basically the same one that I showed from, you know, from the Beverly Hills Cop in my previous video. So you do get your discs, which look like video reels right there, which is really good. I'm just gonna show you the poster, because it's really nice. Because you don't really need to see those little cards, do you? So there's the poster that's what I want to see, man. Come on. There, look at that, man. That looks more stunning than what you see on the box. That would have loved that. That would have been a really good poster. This has now been added to my horror collection now, so I look forward to putting it back up there, like where it belongs. Why is that going there? Because I want to put this back. So I do like the boxes are nice and hard for the videotapes. I think they look good, but I think the only problem is that the slips are a bit too flimsy. I think they should have been like a more harder box, but it's meant to be like a more Americanized kind of like videotape, so that's really good. So that's the Frighteners. That's all the standard stuff that I went through now. So the next one we're going to be going through all the box sets, and I do have a collector's edition right here, which I'm going to show you right now. Is a film that I have not seen. It's basically just about like the Vietnam War kind of movies, you know, like Full Metal Jacket, Platoon, that kind of stuff, casualties of war, that, you know. And this is a special collector's edition directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and that is Apocalypse. Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse. This is the collector's edition. This was about £8. I literally had to grab this straight away because I've been wanting to get this, but you know, you can get, you can get the final cut edition of this, but I decided let's go for this one. You get the Redux anyway, so it's not really that bad. Because I think the final cut is probably more longer. It's like, nah, I'll be alright. I've got this is long enough. So you do get multiple different stuff. You get like your art cards right there, but I'm not going to open them because I can't be arsed. So here's one of the soldiers right there. I believe you do get a poster, but I think these are all booklets. You do get like what you get on the disc. You probably couldn't see because of the camera. It's not properly in focus. You do get 2 booklets, which is really decent. Which tells you more about the movie and stuff, which is really good. Or like Marlon Brando and stuff like that. So that's really decent. You also get a Apocalypse Now, which I believe it's like news articles and like, you know, stuff like that, which is really nice. So I really appreciate this. You do get like I think it's the documentary, I believe you do get. I think it was Heart of Darkness by Orson Welles, which was really decent. So I look forward to watching that one. Plus, now I've seen original screen tests, Apocalypse Now casting, interview. This is like over 9 hours of bonus features right here. So Heart of Darkness is the ultimate feature-length documentary of making of Apocalypse Now by Eleanor Coppola. So that must be his daughter or niece or something like that. In pristine HD transferred, supervised by Francis Ford Coppola, you get you know, the Redux and stuff like that, and that's like 3 hours and 16 minutes for the Redux. So that's a really good edition. So if you are looking for like a special edition, if you can't find this edition in the wild, you're better off like looking like on your local CX website. Check, see if they do have them in stock, but always check these editions because you don't know what condition they're going to be in. So always check. So that's Apocalypse Now. I believe the Heart of Darkness documentary, I'm just going to say it now, is that, I think that's normal DVD, I believe it is. Or is it on Blu-ray? Right, so you're in luck. It's a Heart of Darkness documentary is on Blu-ray, so you haven't got to worry about that. Plus I need to put the cards away. So, we have another edition. That is Apocalypse Now. So the next one, which I'm going to be talking about now, is a trilogy of movies that means so much to me. That why I got into filmmaking, and it just brought so much happiness, like so much like life lessons that can be told in these movies. These are fucking hardcore gangsters right here. It stars Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone, and it also stars Al Pacino as Michael Corleone, who we would recognise from the next few films. I can't remember James Caan's character, but I think James Woods is in it as well, which I believe he was, but you know, I'm just thinking from the top of my head. But these films mean so much to me. I'm going to tell you right now, it's The Godfather, man. Look at that box set right there with the blood splatter all over, man. Plus Francis Ford Coppola's signature, which is really decent. So it's like a special signed copy. This is the Coppola restorations. You do get like loads of special features with this. I picked it up because I wanted the films, but I'd rather have a thicker box set of his movies because I like the art styles, what they do. That's the supplements, which has all of, like behind the scenes, like how he written the actual script for the movie. Well, here we've got the films themselves. So you know, Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2, which is like tells more of the backstory of Vito, who is played by Robert De Niro, and Part 3, which I have not seen. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this because like I don't know if it's a very good film or not. Like I have to say from my own experience, but I know they did do another version of this. I think it's The Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. I was like, why do you need another cut of the movie? So that's going to be an interesting watch if I do watch that cut, but this one I do need to watch first. But that's the Godfather box set, absolutely beautiful. I look forward to checking these films out again. And just to say, I actually have seen The Godfather on the big screen. I wanted to see the second one as well, but missed my chance, so I'm just glad I got to see the first one out of the pictures. So, Godfather, absolute brilliant series. The next box set we've got right here is a set with 4 movies by an absolute brilliant actor, which I did mention from The Godfather, who played a young Vito Corleone. His name is Robert De Niro, and he's in so many great films. To be honest, the films I've watched lately, he's been in have been absolutely awesome. And this one has 4 movies. I have seen 2 films out here, but I've already owned it on I think it was a slipcover, you know, the iconic moments. I think that was Goodfellas, because you get Heat in this, you get Goodfellas, The Mission, which I'm seeing, and Once Upon a Time in America. And this set is the Robert De Niro collection. This was about £8, which is not bad. To be honest, I've got it for the other films because that means I don't have to go around like trying to get them separately, because this is like saved me a lot of money. But like, to be honest, £2 a movie, which I've got to be honest, is not bad. Not bad at all. So if I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in America, so that's going to be a very interesting. Plus you got The Mission in here, which is going to be probably a fun hell of a movie. But it looks interesting. I look forward to checking this box set out. So, even though I have seen Heat and Goodfellas, but I'll watch them again anyway. Plus, I've been wanting to get Heat for a long time, so that is good. The next box set we've got right here is a box set that I am going to be meeting a very famous celebrity from these movies. This is probably one of the best comedy trilogies from the 2000s. I'm going to give you credit now. Do you want to go to the Winchester? Yeah, I'm going to tell you now. Edgar Wright. Awesome director. He directed all of these movies. You know, he's famous for directing Last Night in Soho, Baby Driver, and Scott Pilgrim in the World. But these were the 3 movies that kicked off his career by storm. And I'm going to tell you now, it is the Cornetto trilogy. Now I'm going to be meeting Nick Frost at the Northeast Comic Con. I'm going to be getting this beautiful set signed by him, so I'll be plus I need to like get me tickets all paid for and that, plus all that kind of stuff. So this is a lovely set right there. Look at the tint from the colours from it. It's like luminous. This set is out of print. You can't get like a more slimmer down like standard version of it, but this is much better as the big box set, man. Plus you get like all in its separate cases, you know, from Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. But I do enjoy The World's End. I think it's a fun movie. It's not the best movie in the trilogy, but it's a brilliant way to end that trilogy. All different characters, they know what just what they're doing. I like how in each in each movie there's different types of cornettos. You know, first one has red, which is strawberry. Second one is like probably like a nut flavour, while the last one is more of a mint choc chip. And that's what I find great about it. It's just a great, lovely film series, and I can't wait to get this beauty signed. So that is the Cornetto trilogy, and the best scene out of, you know, Shaun of the Dead, it's gotta be the scene where they're literally taking out the bloody barn owners. You know what I mean. Don't stop me now, and I have myself a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. You know where literally when Shaun and Linda literally trying to murder the pub owner with a bunch of pool sticks. Man, that was literally legendary until he went into the jukebox. That is some cool like action moments right there. Brilliant direction from, you know, Edgar Wright right there. So really appreciate those movies. Oh, and always watch them again. And the last box set we've got right here, you've probably known because I've shown No Time to Die, is a whole series I really enjoyed growing up as a kid, but I did not see a few of them until I got a bit older, because I got well into Doctor Who at the time, and that is going to be dun 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 dun. This is the James Bond collection. This is like a more slimmer down collection. You can't get like a 50-year edition, which only goes up to Skyfall. And I decided to get this one because, like, you know, it was £25 for all of them, and I literally can't be asked just to get them all separately. So I decided on getting in a set. This set goes up to from Dr. No to I believe it is this goes up to Spectre. So this is like not a bad price for £25. This is the Blu-ray set that I've got from them. So that is really decent. Thing is, like, the transfers are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I've only watched one out of this box set yet first, and that was Dr. No. And I rewatched that one, and I can tell it's still a hard watch, but I tell you what, I really enjoyed it. It's like more like a neo-noir kind of spy movie. And seeing Dr. No, I tell you what, I forgot who played Dr. No, right, but his character is absolutely great. Like, for how long he's in the actual movie, he was so menacing. But I do look forward to checking out From Russia With Love on Blu-ray, so that's going to be really good. And I look forward to checking that one out. Is watching GoldenEye on Blu-ray. Now that is going to be absolutely fun. GoldenEye upon the water. GoldenEye. Well, there's like other songs I do find a bit catchy. Sifting you to a view, to a kill. Duran Duran right there, you know. Plus, Goldfinger, he's the man with the mighty touch. Just one good touch. What else are I? Oh yeah, Thunderball by Thunderball. You know, by the great Tom Jones, and I think it was For Your Eyes Only, I See You in the Dark. You know, GoldenEye as well, which I sang, which is Tina Turner, but there's many great songs. Oh, and you kind of forget Let the Sky Fall, and it rumbles, and stand tall, listen all together at Skyfall. Skyfall's great though. Javier Bardem is absolutely great as a Bond villain. Perfect choice for that one. Plus the last appearance of Judi Dench's M, who's later played by Ralph Fiennes. So yeah. So that's basically everything that I got from CEX. So there's a lot of good stuff that I've got right here. But in my next video, I am going to be looking into what network titles that I've got in the sale. And I tell you what, guys, I've actually got some really good stuff to show you. Or I could show them off in a live stream one time, just in case I don't have to do any more editing. But that's just me, that's just me. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and find out if that fucking dude rings us back. Because if he rings me back to ask him for a copy of bloody Pink Flamingos or bloody, was it Frankenhooker or bloody Necromaniac, I was like, mate, need some serious help. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video when we go through Network. See you later, guys. Bye.